Once upon a time, a sailing ship was wrecked at sea. The ship's doctor, Lemuel Gulliver, managed to survive and swim ashore. He had no idea where he was, but he was exhausted from his ordeal and fell into a deep sleep on the beach. When he woke up, he found he couldn't move. Hundreds of tiny people, no bigger than your finger, had tied him to the ground. Gulliver had been washed ashore in the land of Lilliput, where everyone was tiny. These small people were frightened of the Man Mountain, and when he tried to move, they fired thousands of tiny arrows at him. To Gulliver, they felt like needles sticking in his hand. The Lilliputians built a large wagon and carried the huge prisoner back to their city. There they kept him chained up while they examined the contents of his pockets. They decided his gun was an enormous cannon, and when they heard his watch ticking, they thought it was alive. The Lilliputian emperor told Gulliver he could go free if he would help them win the war against the people of Blefuscu. Gulliver had no trouble winning the war. He waded out into the sea towards the enemy ships. When the sailors saw this giant coming, many jumped overboard in terror. Then Gulliver tied a rope to each ship and towed them back to Lilliput. There he handed over the enemy ships to the emperor and persuaded him to make peace with the people of Blefuscu. But some people in Lilliput were jealous of Gulliver's success at ending the war and bringing peace. They persuaded the emperor that Gulliver should be killed. But Gulliver found out about the plot and managed to escape. He waded into the sea, towing 2 boats full of his belongings, and crossed to Blefuscu. The people of Blefuscu were pleased to see Gulliver. Although he had captured their ships, he had also brought peace. To thank him, they showed him the giant lifeboat they had found. It must have come from Gulliver's own ship. The little ships of Blefuscu helped Gulliver tow it into the harbour. Then everyone worked hard to repair it. When the boat was repaired, with a new sail and new oars, Gulliver said goodbye to the people of Blefuscu and sailed for home. And just to prove when he got back that his amazing adventures really did happen, he took with him 2 tiny cows, small enough to stand on his hand.